Hey friends, let me ask you something. How many of you love the cozy feeling of lighting a candle at home? My wife definitely does. And I used to as well, until I discovered some things that made me pause. Now don't panic. I'm not here to ruin your candlelight dinners. But what if I told you that the type of candle you use, how often you burn it, and how you maintain it could quietly affect your health, even your metabolism? Let's pull back the curtain on your candles. And I promise you'll walk away smarter, not scared. Let me take you to a recent date night with my beautiful wife. We decided to try something new, candle making, at a place called Saventi, which focuses on healthier home fragrances. While we were there, the young man teaching us told a fascinating personal story. He used to feel sick around most candles. Candles would literally flare up his asthma. But once he switched to the kind of cleaner candles they make at his company, those symptoms vanished. Now you know me. Anytime I hear a story like that, my root cause radar lights up. And what I learned that day gave me a whole new respect for what's quietly burning in many of our homes. Let's start with the main culprit, paraffin wax. Paraffin is a byproduct of petroleum refining, literally made from the waste left after crude oil is processed. When burned, paraffin releases benzene, a known carcinogen linked to certain cancers, toluene, which can be toxic to your nervous system, acrolein, an irritant from your lungs, and even formaldehyde. Yes, the same chemical used to preserve cadavers. But here's the thing, you can't always see these pollutants. They produce ultrafine particles, what we call PM 2.5, small enough to bypass your lung defenses and enter your bloodstream. Over time, these invisible particles contribute to your overall toxic load. Now, this doesn't mean every candle you've ever lit has permanently harmed you, but it's a good reminder that exposures add up. And understanding where those exposures exist allows us to make better choices. Let's connect the dots to your metabolic health, which is where I live and breathe as a root cause doctor. Number one, oxidative stress. When your body processes these pollutants, it generates reactive oxygen species. These unstable molecules attack your mitochondria, the tiny engines inside your cells that control energy production and fat burning. Damaged mitochondria leads to less energy, more insulin resistance, and ultimately more fat storage. Number two, chronic inflammation. Pollutants activate your immune system's inflammatory pathways, particularly nuclear factor kappa B and interleukin 6. This chronic low-grade inflammation is linked to nearly every metabolic condition I treat: diabetes, hypertension, fatty liver, even dementia. Number three, endocrine disruption. Some candles contain synthetic fragrances with phthalates, which disrupt hormones, lower testosterone, interfere with estrogen balance, disrupt thyroid function, and increase risk for PCOS, infertility, and metabolic dysfunction. Number four, vascular and airway damage. Inhaled particles impair nitric oxide production, stiffen arteries, and elevate blood pressure, adding more weight to your metabolic load. Again, it's not about one candle. It's about accumulation. This is where my rope framework becomes so important. The R for relationships is why I had a candle making date with my wife. The O and P are for organisms and pollutants, because if you regularly expose yourself to harmful things like paraffin candles, the toxins quietly add up. The E for life experiences. Healthy experiences like that date night are richer when we also make wiser choices about our exposures. Life isn't about eliminating every risk. It's about managing them wisely. So what are better options? 100% beeswax. It burns cleaner. It even releases negative ions that may help neutralize airborne toxins. Coconut wax. Clean, sustainable, long burning. Soy wax. Organic and non-GMO preferred. Safer if sourced properly, but not perfect for everyone. And of course, natural wicks. Use 100% cotton or wooden wicks. Avoid metal core wicks, especially in older or cheaper candles. And don't forget about using safer fragrances. Look for phthalate-free essential oils. Avoid those mystery fragrances, those blends that hide toxic compounds. Now here's the key point, and I really want you to hear me. You don't have to fear candles, but you do need to respect frequency, ingredients, and technique. Here's how to burn candles more safely. Trim the wick before each use to avoid soot. Limit burn time. 1 or 2 hours is plenty. Ventilate the space afterwards. Avoid daily candle use, especially if your metabolic health is already challenged. Don't burn in tiny closed spaces where particles concentrate. Think of it like sugar or alcohol. Occasionally, mindful use likely won't hurt most people. Daily exposure, that's when cumulative harm can creep in. Your metabolism is like a bucket. Every exposure adds a few drops. Food choices, stress, sleep, environmental toxins, they all matter. And today we've exposed one of the most surprising, candles. But I want you to live, enjoy life, have the candlelight dinner. Just don't light the same candle every single day without thinking about it. When you control your diet, manage your sleep, avoid seed oils, move your body, and protect your nest, occasional exposure like this becomes a drop in a very healthy bucket. And if this kind of root cause detective work helped you, don't stop here. Check out my playlist below where we uncover more hidden health traps, from processed food to seed oils to metabolic disruptors hiding in plain sight. And while you're here, hit like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, what kind of candles are you burning at home? And please, next time you light that candle, think of your mitochondria.